Gordon's whistle and Henry's sneeze.
Gordon was cross. "Why should Henry have a new shape?" he grumbled. "A shape good enough for me is good enough for him. He goes gallivanting off, leaving us to do his work, and comes back saying how happy he feels. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Henry whistles too much. No respectable engine ever whistles loudly at stations. It isn't wrong, but we just don't do it." Poor Henry didn't feel happy anymore. "Never mind," whispered Percy. "I'm glad you're home again. I like your whistling." "Goodbye, Henry," called Gordon. "We're glad to have you with us again, but remember what I said."
Later on, Henry took a slow train and presently stopped at Edward's station.
"Hello, Henry," said Edward. "You look splendid. I was pleased to hear your happy whistle yesterday." "Thank you, Edward," smiled Henry. "Shh! Can you hear something?"
Edward listened. Far away, but getting louder and louder, was the sound of an engine's whistle.
"It sounds like Gordon," said Edward, "and it ought to be Gordon. But Gordon never whistled like that." It was Gordon. He came rushing down the hill at a tremendous rate. He didn't look at Henry, and he didn't look at Edward. He screamed straight through the station and disappeared.
He was purple in the boiler and whistling fit to burst.
"Well," said Edward. "It isn't wrong," chuckled Henry, "but we just don't do it." And he told Edward what Gordon had said. Meanwhile, Gordon screeched along the line. The noise was awful.
People came out of their houses, air raid sirens started, 5 fire brigades got ready to go out, horses upset their carts, and old ladies dropped their parcels.
At the station, everyone covered their ears. Sir Topham Hatt covered his ears, too.
He gave a lot of orders, but no one could hear them, and Gordon went on whistling. At last he clambered into Gordon's cab.
"Take him away,"
he bellowed,
"and stop that noise."
Still whistling, Gordon puffed sadly away. He whistled as he crossed the points. He whistled on the siding. He was still whistling as the last deafened passenger left the station. Then 2 fitters climbed up and knocked his whistle valve into place. And there was silence. Gordon slunk into the shed. He was glad it was empty. The others came in later.
"It isn't wrong," murmured Henry to no one in particular, "but we just don't do it." No one mentioned whistles.
One lovely Saturday morning, Henry was puffing along. The sun shone, the fields were green, the birds sang. Henry had plenty of steam in his boiler, and he was feeling happy.
Henry was enjoying himself enormously. I feel so well. I feel so well, he sang. Trickety-trot, trickety-trot, hummed his coaches. Then he saw some boys on a bridge. Beep, beep. Hello, he whistled. Oh, he called. The boys didn't wave and take his number. They thought it fun to drop stones on him instead.
They were silly, stupid boys who thought it'd be fun to drop stones down his funnel. Some of the stones hit Henry's boiler and spoilt his paint. One hit the fireman on the head as he was shoveling coal, and others broke the carriage windows. It's a shame, hissed Henry.
They've broken our glass.
They've broken our glass,
sobbed the coaches. The driver opened the first aid box, bandaged the fireman's head, and planned what he was going to do. They stopped the train, and the guard asked if any passengers were hurt. No one was hurt, but everyone was cross. They saw the fireman's bumped head and told him what to do for it, and they looked at Henry's paint.
Call the police. No, said the driver. Leave it to Henry and me.
What will you do?
They asked. Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Well then, said the driver, Henry is going to sneeze at those boys. Lots of people were waiting at the station just before the bridge. They wanted to see what would happen. Henry has plenty of ashes, said the driver. Please keep all windows shut till we've passed the bridge. Henry's as excited as we are, aren't you, old fellow? Henry felt more stuffed up than excited. Soon they could see the boys, and they all had stones. Are you ready, Henry? Said the driver. Sneeze hard when I tell you. Now, he said.
Smoke and steam and ashes spouted from his funnel. They went all over the bridge and all over the boys, who ran away as black as soot.
Well done, Henry, laughed his driver.
They won't drop stones on engines again. Your coat's all black, but we'll rub you down and paint your scratches, and you will be as good as new tomorrow. Henry has never again sneezed under a bridge. The Fat Controller doesn't like it. His smokebox is always cleaned in the yard while he's resting. He's now gone under more bridges than he can count. But from that day to this, there have been no more boys with stones.
Hoping that next time he saw Gordon and the boys, they would have learned not to be so mean.